being number 2 on the card at WrestleMania, obviously winning the Royal Rumble, I got to choose between CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. You know what, I've been on Raw for such a long time. I've been 2-time WWE champion. And Daniel Bryan as World Heavyweight Champion. The World Heavyweight Championship is something I definitely want, something I need. I want to add, obviously, to my collection of accolades, of trophies. When I first joined SmackDown, I took out Kofi Kingston. I was saying SmackDown belongs to me. Well, to prove that, I need to become World Heavyweight Champion, and obviously Daniel Bryan is standing in my way, and I'm not the biggest fan of his principles. So I'm looking forward to WrestleMania 28, April 2nd, 9 AM when it kicks off, to literally kick Daniel Bryan and become World Heavyweight Champion. The great thing about WrestleMania 28 for me is the fact that it probably is going to be, more than likely going to be the greatest WrestleMania ever. I mean, when you think of Rock and Cena, 2 icons in the peak of each of their eras, coming together in a match, a once-in-a-lifetime match. I mean, that's an amazing opportunity for everybody. Everybody wants to see it. It's been 12 months and it's still as fresh as ever. Obviously, Triple H and The Undertaker as well, with Shawn Michaels, a special guest referee in Hell in a Cell. That's going to be phenomenal too, because you know, the match I had last year was probably one of the best matches I've ever seen. So it really is the case of anything can happen, and I think that it's going to be probably one of the greatest matches ever. You know, I'd consider taking on John Cena or The Rock. I believe John Cena's never beaten me. I've taken 2 WWE championships away from him. But then, of course, there's The Rock, who's a huge movie star, and obviously who's come back, and obviously I've watched him as a kid growing up. So both of those superstars, I think, would definitely be guys I definitely want to take on. I think it'd be an interesting matchup, and the way everything has turned around for me too, I think it'd be one hell of a match. What happened was, I was literally in a change. I mean, it was kind of a transition for me. The crowd was starting to get behind me. Obviously, Mark Henry had been literally taking everybody out in his path, and no one was standing up to him, and I stood up to him. And I remember one promo where we were talking in the ring, we were going back and forth, and I was calling him a beached whale. I told him to roll off the beach into this ocean with this great white, as in a great white shark. He was the beached whale, and I was the great white shark, and kind of stuck in great white. Next week there was the great white moniker kind of kicked in a little bit, and obviously now we go around and look at the arena, the signs with my head on a shark and all sorts of fins and everything. So it's been really cool. People have taken to the great white shark, great white Sheamus thing, pretty cool. This is my 2nd time to Australia. I remember growing up as a teenager and in college in Ireland. A lot of my mates on summer holidays would go off to Australia for the summer, or they go to America. But it's got a special place for me as well, because when I debuted on ECW on June 30, 2009, after my first match, I literally came over to Australia on my first overseas tour. It was crazy. The amount of recognition I got, like coming off the plane or being on the show, or being at the shows all over this country, was just showed how passionate the Australian fans are about WWE. They not just know about Raw and SmackDown, they're also very aware of NXT and superstars and the whole product. So I'm hoping that people, if I'm not on the show, if it's Raw, I've got the WWE Universe here in Australia to tweet or Facebook WWE to get me to come over, because I'd love to be back here. I don't really see any romantic storylines with Sheamus. As Arn Anderson calls me a caveman all the time. He says I look like a caveman. So, no, I'm very much focused on my own solo career. I don't need any distractions. I'm very happy so far the way everything has gone for me since I debuted. I've never had a tag team partner. I never had any romantic interest, and I'm probably going to keep it that way. It's Team CENA I'm going for, because then maybe next year I can take a crack at him and finally knock him off.